Hey, what's going on, guys? It's Matt here, and today we're going to be rebuilding the Washington Wizards. Now, the Washington Wizards is a very interesting franchise because they've done a whole lot of nothing, and the majority of their success comes in the second round. And the last time we really had success, if you want to count the John Wall, Bradley Beal era as a success, I guess that's something, but maybe you got to go all the way back to like Wes Unseld. And if I'm incorrect, correct me in the comments. But I'm really doing this because I got a suggestion from one of you guys to do a Washington rebuild video. Let's just get into it. I think, if anything, what the game plan is going to be is, as the title suggests, we're going to see if we can get Cooper Flagg today. We're going to be doing another realistic-ish, or I say realistic because of the draft class, but we're going to see what we can do. Let's see if we can bring a championship to DC, and let's get into it. All right, so here we are rebuilding the Washington Wizards, and let's just be honest, guys. There's not much to be excited about with this roster, but with what they have, we'll go over it. Jordan Poole, only 25 years old, has shown flashes, especially in his time in Golden State, but I don't know if he'll be a franchise guy for us, but we will see. Chris Middleton, they acquired at the trade deadline. They traded away Kyle Kuzma to Milwaukee, and in return, they got Chris Middleton. They got some assets, but a guy that's not going to stick around long term. Can't do anything about it. His contract's going to expire. Maybe we bring him back if he's cheap enough. Bilal Coulibaly has been really good for them this year, and probably one of their only bright spots. Marcus Smart, another guy they acquired at the deadline, giving up assets, or rather getting assets for Marcus Smart. But, I don't know how to feel about Marcus Smart as a player. He left Boston, went to Memphis, and here he is. So I guess it's a telltale sign of something. But he will probably not be sticking around long term. His contract is large, and probably he's going to be gone this offseason, but we will see. Alexander Starr, their not rookie of the year, but he'll probably be rookie of the year in the game because he usually always is. Second overall selection last year. Having a decent season. The efficiency is not really there, but definitely something that we could work with. Corey Kispert, he's fine. Good shooter. Decent defender. Malcolm Brogdon, another guy that I don't foresee us having long term, but who knows. Carlton Carrington, another guy that they took in the first round last year. He's having also a decent season. Also very workable. Keyshawn George, young, another first round pick that they had this season, and not really much to say outside of that. Sadiq Bey has been disappointing, and that's really it. All I really want to talk about here. The goal is tank and capture the Flagg. As you guys know, as I said in the beginning, Cooper Flagg is the guy who's going to be going number one, and hopefully we can get number one. I also want to touch on Dylan Harper and Ace Bailey, my Rutgers boys. They're having really good solid seasons on their own, and unfortunately Rutgers just a bit disappointing this year, but it is what it is. Hopefully we can turn around going forward, but the goal is Cooper Flagg, and not really much else to talk about. Let's go to the end of the season and go to the draft lottery because we all know what we're here for. Cooper Flagg will be here one way or another, so let's see. Nikola Jokic, MVP. Alexander Sarr, who would have guessed? Rookie of the Year. Naz Reid, Sixth Man of the Year. Victor Wembanyama, Defensive Player of the Year. Amin Thompson, Most Improved. Trae Young, Clutch Player of the Year. And Coach of the Year goes to the OKC Thunder along with Executive of the Year. I don't foresee us getting anybody on these teams. Maybe some all-rookies. We should be dominating the all-rookie teams, low-key, but it is what it is. We'll check out the stats. Probably not much has changed, but Jordan Poole averaged about 20, and our young guys pretty much hovered around the same. Obviously, we did not make the playoffs, and I believe we have the worst record in the NBA by far. I would arguably say that this Washington Wizards team is one of the worst teams of all time. Like, probably the worst team of all time. If not the worst team of all time, second place to the Sixers, that one season where they only won like 13 games. But anyway, let's just simulate the playoffs. Let's see what happens. And it is Mavericks, Pacers, and the Mavs with Kyrie and AD get it done. If AD's healthy, it could be a possibility. And honestly, we'll let everyone else go. Actually, we'll bring Westbrook in. And we'll leave it at that. Draft, lottery. Not the best luck with these, but we will see. Hopefully we get number one and we drop to 5. I don't care. I don't care that the Magic just jumped up. That's actually incredible. We are going to be trading a King's Ransom to get number 1 because Cooper Flagg is coming on this team one way or another. I'm going to do it in the draft because you typically can get it a little bit cheaper. Are they going to take... They don't even take Cooper Flagg 1. Okay, Chicago. We're going to call up Chicago, and we're going to bring Ace Bailey over to Washington. I know this would not happen in real life. This guy's a generational talent. But you know what? Chicago's made stranger decisions. So if we could give up Mark... Nope, can't afford it. Okay, they can take on $19 million. You guys can take Richaun Holmes. Richaun Holmes, the needle mover, gets it done. And who did Philly get? They get Liam McNeely. Good pick for them, but I don't know if they really should be taking... I mean... I don't know. I kind of see him more as a guard, but I could be wrong. We traded away our second first-round pick, unfortunately, but we do bring in Cooper Flagg, and that's all I really wanted to do. So with Cooper Flagg in, we have our potential savior of the franchise, and him and Bilal Coulibaly, going to be a nice forward duo to come in the future. I don't want any of these guys back, so we can just keep pushing. And we could create money, but I really don't see us going after any of these guys. Westbrook commanding 29 mil is insane. I hope these contractors aren't that broken. But who can we afford? We could bring Brogdon back, who I wouldn't be opposed to bringing back. And that's really it. We can check out the roster. This isn't going to be an overnight contender. I didn't really talk about AJ Johnson, who they also got in the Milwaukee trade. I used him in my Milwaukee video. He's only 20 years old. Maybe we can get something out of him this time around, but I'm not going to be optimistic. So maybe we do bring in Brogdon, maybe not. We are loaded here at the 2 spot. I do want to trade away Marcus Smart. And Chris Middleton, did he have a player option? Or did I just completely skip over the fact that he had like a team option and didn't even bring him in? Can I check that out? No, he did have a player option. Okay. So I understand why he took that. So maybe we could just trade those guys for assets. A 1-year deal. You know, maybe we can get something. This is a great deal. We should lock that in. No, I'm just trolling. But, I mean, I like to trade for Milwaukee to bring in Kyle Kuzma, who's under a more team-friendly deal. But, I don't know, really Washington was considering. I feel like they could have got a little bit more. But, I mean, I really like Lonzo. But we just dealt with Chicago. Memphis wouldn't do that. I think I'll have to revisit a Chris Middleton trade. And the only thing we're really going to do is maybe bring in guys that have some upside, like Mr. Kanan Catchings. Maybe we could bring him in on a team-friendly deal, give him, you know, $2 million for 3 years, 1.8. Okay, he declined the... Bro, you don't have a job in the league, and you're trolling me like that? Take $2 million. That's all right. And, wow. He wants a 1-year prove deal with Utah. I understand. It's fine. LeBron coming home to DC, good defender. I like it. I'll give LeBron Phillip a deal. I'll give that a shot. But I think this is something that Washington would do in real life, where they'll just get prove-it deal guys, like the guys that I offered, and then maybe bring in guys like Julian Phillips, Bryce Sensabaugh, as I just saw. Okay, we're going to bring in both of these guys. I want to renounce the rights on everybody else. And we bring those dudes in. Can we just lock that in? Beautiful. This is just going to be development year. Like I said, I don't expect much at all. But, you know, I'm not opposed to making the playoffs, considering, you know, we did bring in, hopefully, our franchise savior. But what do you guys think about the Washington Wizards? I think that their future is bleak. It's not the worst future in the NBA, as I just did a video on that with the... Who did I do? With the Phoenix Suns. But outside of that, they're there. They're down there in terms of bad futures. They just can't seem to get over the hump of getting a star player to stay or even come to town. But we're just going to go past it. I'm not going to bring Brogdon in. Middleton gets a little bit worse. Marcus Smart as well. But we do bring in these guys, and hopefully we can get something out of them. I'm going to set the rotation for this year. I'm going to auto-generate. I'm not going to proceed further with, like, you know, the 2026 draft, etc. LeBron wants to retire. Goodbye. I guess we'll take a look here at the game plan. We're going to be bad. I'm going to hope that the draft class is good, and maybe we can get another bona fide superstar, hopefully in the making. But Cooper Flagg is definitely going to start. I'm going to mess with this rotation. We're going to go to the end of the season. We are going to be bad. Let's get into it. So here we are at the trade deadline. Definitely moves to be made. I set the lineup. I played a lot of the younger guys. Corey Kispert's probably the oldest guy in the lineup entirely. I took Marcus Smart out, Middleton out. They're going to get moved right now for something. But we're bad. We're 13-38. We'll quickly check out the midseason stats. And that's exactly what I wanted to see. Oh, well, all right. Jordan Poole leading the way, but Cooper Flagg's almost 18-9 as a rookie. I kind of just want to see if we can move him to the 4, have Sarr play the 5, and then maybe see if we can get an actual 3 in the draft. It's possible. Or I could keep Cooper Flagg there. It really is not a problem for me having a rebounding wing like that. I would like Bilal Coulibaly, maybe take more shots. We got to work on that. Corey Kispert having a good season. 20 minutes, 12 points per game. He definitely is going to be a player for us. I definitely want to keep him around. He's only 26 years old. But outside of that, not much to write home about. I got to probably mess with some tendencies. But regardless, we are going to be moving on from Chris Middleton. Hopefully we have some more suitors this time around. I don't think Philly would do this. I don't really know what teams would be interested. Phoenix would definitely be interested because they just like ruining their future even more. Dallas would be interesting. They got DeAndre Hunter now. That's funny. Orlando, maybe. Knicks, no. Kings, maybe. I could see the Kings making a move. But do they still have DeMar? Okay, I don't know why Michael Porter's in Utah. That's funny. Draymond's in Charlotte. That's funny. Miami wouldn't make a move. Clippers would, but they wouldn't trade Zubac. Maybe we can get something done with Bogdan. And I would take Lou Dort, but they probably wouldn't give up Lou Dort. They just trade for him, I assume. But maybe this is in the table. I wouldn't want to give up an asset. Honestly, I don't want to give up assets. I just want Chris Middleton gone. I would take salary filler, but I just need something in return. I don't want to be giving up anything, really. I'm going to see if I can find some suitors for Middleton, Marcus Smart, and that's really it. Once I find trades for those guys, you're going to see that, so right now. You know what? It's a trade. We help out our backup center position. We bring in a young Adam Bonner, who I like a lot on Philadelphia. I want to give him more minutes. Definitely try to develop him. Hopefully our team can do so. But we bring in Paul George, and some of you may know about my current issues with Paul George, but we also did get a first-round pick out of it. We got rid of Chris Middleton and Marcus Smart. I don't know where Philly is in the standings, but we only picked up a swap best. But definitely going to be... Okay, so definitely going to be a pick down the road that will be helpful for us and maybe could facilitate a trade sooner than later. But Paul George has been very disappointing. He went on his podcast and said that he's going to finish podcasting for now to focus on the championship. Bro, we've won 20 games this season. You couldn't have done that in the beginning of the year? Or, if anything, please keep podcasting until the end of the season and then lock in. So we can bring home Cooper Flagg, Ace Bailey, somebody. Anyway, we bring in Paul George, who is regressing a crazy amount. We're going to have him for 2 years. I'm going to have him player mentor Cooper Flagg. Not that he really needs it, but, I actually just like the idea in general. Or, actually, I'm going to have him mentor Bilal Coulibaly. So, oh wait, no, I want Bilal Coulibaly here, and then I want Paul George, because he's going to have some badges, even though they're only silver. But, we'll help out his offense, and that's really all I care about. Why are these the only badges that I can give him? Am I tweaking out? Hello? Okay. Well, anyway, we'll give him strong handle. We'll have him mentor Bilal. And that's really the only move we're going to make. We look bad. We'll take a look at the draft class. I guess I'll go to mock. And it seems to be that the top 2 guys are bigs. I'm not opposed to taking a center. I'm not opposed to taking a 4 either if Dante Snow is actually good. But anything is available right now. So we're going to just go to the end of the season, keep it pushing. We're not making the playoffs. I'm not playing Paul George. I just want him, do your podcast, bro. You can just chill out on the bench. Adam Bana can get minutes. I'll create minutes for Adam Bana and run a 15-man rotate. I mean, an 11-man rotation, and we'll go to the end of the season. So let's get to it. Anthony Edwards, MVP. Cooper Flagg, Rookie of the Year. Dalton Connect, 6-Man of the Year. Wemby, DPOY. Jarris Walker, Most Improved. Ant, Clutch Player of the Year. Pop, Get Well Soon, Coach of the Year. Aaron Phillips for Executive of the Year as well. Spurs are going to be dangerous going forward. Do we get any All-NBA teams? I'd be very surprised. Any defense? Nope. But Cooper Flagg here on rookie first team, and LeBron Phillips and Kenan Catchings on the second team. So, dope. From the deadline till the end of the season, we've only won 5 more games, which we'll check out the standings and show you guys that, wow, Philly traded away Paul George and went on a run. And it just wasn't enough. But we are far and away the worst team in the league. Actually, Utah is tied with us for the worst team in the league. But anyway, obviously not in the playoffs. So we're just going to simulate them. Maybe Spurs get a title. No, they don't. Washington. Guys, I haven't recorded a video in a bit. I apologize. So let me just lock in. Let me tap in. Minnesota knocks off San Antonio, and Detroit makes to the finals. And Detroit basketball is back on top. Cade Cunningham wins finals MVP. And all these guys are retiring. We'll just let it be. Draft lottery once again. Can we get it done? I don't think New York has our pick. Oh my god. What? Is that real? Is that real? Do they actually have our pick? I gotta check that. Why do they have our pick? Why did the Knicks have our pick? Okay, so yeah, I just pulled up this article and basically it cleared it up for me. Washington, blah, blah, blah. They owe their 2025 first round to the Knicks with a top 10 protection. If it doesn't convey, it is top 8 protected in 2026, which you saw we got the first overall pick. If it does not convey, then it becomes 2 second rounders. So I'll give 2 second rounders to New York because they're not getting our number 1 pick. So let me get our number 1 pick back, and then we'll evaluate the draft because that's ridiculous. Okay, so we got our own pick back, and we'll take a look now. Dante Snow appears to be the top guy, and wow, he averaged 31, 9, and shot 57% from 3. He only played 4 games, so I don't know how to feel about that, but his three-pointer is pretty good. His defense is solid. He actually just fits all the positional averages, but that's not a bad thing considering he's a rookie. So we could take the polished rookie, or Theo Sampson, I guess we could take a look at, even though we don't really need a guard. I guess we could use a point guard, but he only averaged 3 assists in college. He averaged 10 rebounds. He played 1 game. Okay, those stats are just not realistic, I guess. He's got good athleticism, but not much else. Just average at everything else, which again isn't bad. He's only 19, could be developed. Colby Aldridge, I really was interested in. And he looks good. Colby Aldridge may be the pick, but Dante Snow also seems to just be the consensus number 1 guy. So do we go Dante Snow or do we go Colby Aldridge? I guess that's the question. We'll take a look at our roster currently. And Jordan Poole's developing pretty solidly. I mean, we're going to be doing him pretty big money if we do keep him around. Paul George is also just wasting away on our bench. So maybe we could find a suitor for him as well, but we'll see. We're going to have to bring these guys in soon. Bilal's technically a free agent. Keyshawn George as well. I'm going to go with the polished guy. I guess we could also sign a coach. I don't really care for Brian Keefe. That's why I didn't really touch on him, but Jason Kidd's available. I would like to offer Jason Kidd. Hopefully, he would like to coach a nice young team. If not, I do like Joe Mazzulla. And if anything, maybe we could offer Nate McMillan. So nobody wants to coach for us. I totally understand, guys. Trust me. What about Anthony Lyles? We'll bring in Anthony Lyles. I wanted like an actual established coach, but it is what it is. Actually, I'm going to fire Anthony Lyles. His defense was pretty garbage. I would like to bring in... I don't want to bring in James Borrego. I'd go down a little bit. Maybe we just bring Brian Keefe back and say sorry. Yeah, I'm going to just apologize. My fault, Brian Keefe. I wanted to sign you longer term. That's really what it came down to. Anyway, here we are, NBA draft. Dante Snow, the 3-level scoring threat, out of Georgia, 6'9", good size, is a Washington Wizard. I'm not going to look at the overall, but we're going to go to our second rounder here, and we have Lester Clemens, decent mid-range shooter, not really good at much else. We can bring in another power forward. He's kind of undersized, though. Harvey Bridges, 71. We'll just bring in Lester Clemens. And we got another pick. And Harvey Bridges is still here. And he's a defensive anchor. He's got 2 badges. We'll lock that in. Okay, so Dante Snow was the best player in the draft. Colby Aldridge wasn't far behind. Another Aldridge getting drafted to Portland. So maybe that'll work out for them. Was this the right move? Time will tell. But if not, we filled out our roster pretty well, and we're looking solid. I don't see us getting a big free agent like Luka, but you know what? We don't even have the money anyway. We could afford a guy in our mid-level. Ayodesomu wouldn't be bad for us. Neither would Rui Hachimura, but we did bring in a lot of wing help and forward help. I would like a good 2-guard. I guess we'll bring Balalin. He's been playing our 2 for us, so I don't know, guys. I think we might just keep it pushing and really build this team organically through the draft. And yeah, I might sign some roster fillers, but we're gonna go to next season. Maybe some guys on a prove-it deal, we'll see, but let's go to next season and see how we can fill this roster out. So I accidentally skipped over player progression. Maybe I can go back. Okay, great. So we got a lot better as a team. Like, substantially better. But the current issue now is we need to clear up 2 guys on our roster, and hopefully we could find homes for Paul George and Saddiq Bey, because, oh my gosh, I just don't need them on the roster. We'll start off with Saddiq Bey, and Utah's willing to give me 2 picks and ruin their future. Houston's pick looks valuable. So, you know, we'll send Saddiq Bey to Houston. He'll probably have a better opportunity. But is there any way that we can unload Paul George right now? If not, it's going to have to be Colby Jones. Honestly, yeah. Colby Jones is just going to have to be the casualty just because we can't afford to get rid of Paul George right now. It kind of sucks, but Atlanta is pretty bullish on him. So is Charlotte, Utah. A lot of teams are bullish on him. Who would be the best? We'll grab Sacramento's pick, and hopefully that'll be the best we could do out of that bunch. I'll show you guys how I'm going to set the lineup this season. Like I said, we got a lot better. I could definitely see us making the playoffs this season. And you know what? I wasn't thinking about keeping Jordan Poole around, but he's been good. It depends how much money he's commanding at the deadline. Oh, I don't even know what I'm doing. I'm just tweaking out. But look, Paul George, sorry, 77 overall. You're just not going to play. I want to try to get a lot of our guys minutes. I'm going to set the rotation, but this right here, these top 10 guys are probably going to be the ones that are going to play. But I'm probably going to fit Adam Bonda in there, or maybe even Harvey Bridges, just to have some backup center play. I'm not anticipating a championship, but playoffs are the goal. Let's go to the end of the season, because I'm not making any trades at the deadline. Maybe Paul George. If I trade Paul George, I'll show you guys. If not, I'm probably just going to let him walk. So you'll either see me at the deadline or the end of the season. Victor Wembanyama, most valuable player. Jaden Ball, rookie of the year, over our guy. That's a little concerning. I didn't check the stats. I went straight to the end of the season. But I did sign Jordan Poole to an extension, which I'll show you guys. And I believe Keyshawn George to an extension. I'll show you guys in a moment. John Collins, 6th man of the year. Right? Yeah. 6th player of the year. That just looks off. But, okay. Wemby, DPOY. Keontae George, most improved. Anthony Edwards, clutch player of the year. Chris Finch of the Minnesota Timberwolves, coach of the year. And Christopher Bell, executive of the year for the Hawks. Any All-NBA teams, anything. I would like some defense. Cooper Flagg on all defensive second team. He probably had a monster season. Hey, and Dante Snow is here on all rookie first team, so it's something. We were the 9th seed, ladies and gentlemen. So we will be fighting for a play-in spot to enter the playoffs. We'll check out the stats. I did not trade Paul George, as I said. But Cooper Flagg led the way for us with 17 a game. Bilal Coulibaly right behind him. Jordan Poole. Dante Snow, the efficiency wasn't there, but he was scoring the ball. Carlton Carrington, I actually re-signed. I'm sorry, not Keyshawn George. But as we progress, Corey Kispert, 10 a game. Sarr, about 10 a game. I upped the shot tendency to try to get him some more attempts, but not everyone can eat. Like I said, I didn't play Paul George. He must have got a minute when someone fouled out or something, but I saw Paul George was going to retire at the end of the season. I hope he does so. Anyway, we're just going to simulate here. We lost. We're packing it up. Okay, so no playoffs for us. It was a hard out against Boston. But, oh, wow. Atlanta with Luka and Minnesota with Anthony Edwards. I feel like Atlanta's going to get... Oh, man. Atlanta got swept. Wow. Okay, I assume that's going to be Trae Young and Luka? Or am I tweaking? Okay, well, this is a totally different team. Luka, Mikal Bridges, Zachary Rissachar, Jalen Johnson, Isaiah Hartenstein. Bro, I have such a beef with Isaiah Hartenstein, man. Like, it's just insane. And everywhere I look in these rebuilds, he's there. But anyway, Curry, you don't have to retire yet, buddy. Okay, well, we gave Chris Paul a retirement tour. We didn't make the playoffs, so that means we're actually in the lottery, ladies and gentlemen. Can we defy the odds? I'll watch it with you guys. Can we defy the odds and jump up from 12 into the top 5? Let's see. It would be crazy. I don't really know what we would draft. Even at 12? Okay, so we stay at 12. It's no problem. I don't really know what we'd be looking for, to be honest. But I'll take a look at the draft anyway. Doesn't hurt. Reggie Hayes looks like a star. He's a little bit small at small forward, but he is projected to be LeBron James. Okay. Reggie Hayes is the next LeBron, ladies and gentlemen. 18 years old at a Creighton College, and he really looks like the only one that's worthwhile. We're projected to take a 23-year-old center. I'm not really a fan of that. Maybe we trade the pick, maybe not. Do we make a move? I really like this team, guys. I'm really not, Paul George didn't retire. He just trolled me to the highest degree, bro. Oh my gosh. We'll just take whoever's there at 12. Oh, wait, what? Guys? Am I blind? Did we have pick 6 that whole time and I just didn't see it? Wow, I'm tweaked. Okay. I don't know how we got pick 12, pick 6. But now, oh my gosh. Oh, it's from Phoenix. Wow, okay. Can we go and get the top guy and just add to our repertoire of top draft picks? Reggie Hayes from Utah. I would play him at the 2. And we would have an insane lineup. And you know what? We traded for a top guy once before. Can we do it again? I'd give you all my capital for this draft. We can lock it in. No? Okay. That's no problem. I would also throw in LeBron Phillips is a possibility. But Lester Clemens, who we took last year, can we lock it in? We get it done. And we give Utah a haul and a half. And they get Monty Shaw. I mean, you know what? More power to you. We get the top guy in the draft. Definitely not realistic. Wouldn't happen in real life. But I'm bringing everybody back. Paul George is just going to be the doom of us. And we can't even go after a top guy if we wanted to. Which, it's possible. We got to bring Bilal back, though. He's our only priority. And I want to lock him up. Hopefully, he can just take this and we can just move on. We're not signing anybody else. But a must is trading Paul George, if possible. I will give up an asset to get rid of Paul George. I will willingly give the Lakers a first-round pick to get off of Paul George. I don't even want Tyler Kolek. You can pair him up with Trae Young. Maybe you got something there. Can you guys just take him without... Oh, here, I'll I will go to the Lakers because for some reason they're interested. I wish they trade from at the deadline. Give me a second-round pick. You guys get a first, a swap. Thank you. Enjoy Paul George. Now we have a little bit more money to extend the guys that I actually care about. And that's really it. But, again, I don't really think we need anybody. We could bring in Michael Porter Jr. I would lock that in. I don't even think we need him. But, you know what? It is what it is. That is just a player that, you know, if he's willing to come to your team, you bring him in. He's only a positive. But we look good. We look really good. And, you know what? We could even trade Michael Porter Jr. It was kind of just a signing on instinct. Like, I just saw him there and I wanted to bring him in. But Dante Snow, he progresses tremendously. He goes up 6. That's incredible. We have an excellent team, guys. I think this could be a potential championship roster. So we're going to go to next season. I'm going to set the lineup. And if anything happens at the deadline, I'll obviously bring you guys with me. But if not, we'll go to the end of the season. Playoffs are a must. Championships on the table. Let's do it. Guys, I have no idea what happened to this team, but we're 17-38, and we're the second worst team in the conference. I didn't even change anything. I set the lineup, and we're one of the worst teams in basketball, and I really have no idea what the problem is. We're technically not even close to the worst team in basketball because Utah just looks awful, but 17 wins at the deadline is really disappointing. Really disappointing. First, I need to see if we could sign our guys back. LeBron Phillip has been an excellent addition for us, and he's been playing solid. I want to reward him with a contract. Corey Kispert, I want to bring back as well, and he's cheap. We'll bring him in. Kanan Catchings wants to go. I think maybe it's time that... I don't want to move on from Jordan Poole, but he's dipping a little bit. I don't know what to do. Was Michael Porter Jr. really that bad of an addition? He's shooting he's really well. Shooting really well. And, I mean, he's getting limited minutes. I don't know, guys. I'm a little confused. I'll take a look around the league and see if there's a superstar move we can make. But I really like this core. If not, maybe I'll just trade away Kanan Catchings for a pick. Because he doesn't want to play here. And also A.J. Johnson as well. I can't justify playing both him and LeBron Phillip. So we'll see. I'll take a look around the league. But I'm not optimistic, guys. But let's see what we can do. I think it's time we go out and get Tyrese Halliburton. Now, I know the criticism against him in real life. But it's undeniable that his playmaking ability is top-notch. He plays solid defense. And when he's hot, he's hot. And... this, you know, the Pacers in this are rebuilding, and we somehow have the ability to take on his money. They want to give us Andrew Nembhard for Corey Kispert. I really don't want to give up Corey Kispert, but at the end of the day, we're bringing in an all-star. And I think Tyrese Halliburton can raise our floor. And if it's not going to be this season, it's going to be next season. So let's lock this in. We got Tyrese Halliburton, and I was looking at Devin Booker as well, as you guys can see. But I'm going to set the lineup. Maybe we push for a playing spot. We just go on an absolute monstrosity of a run. But I doubt it. Let's see where this takes us. You know, guys, maybe we right the wrong that Charlotte, you know, couldn't do, I guess. Or the Lakers couldn't do. We're going to trade for Mark Williams. Kanan Catchings doesn't want to come back. We need a center desperately. And Adam Bana, I know I really haven't played him much. And he does have 8 badges, but... 31% from the field is just not going to cut it. And we get a guy that can score. He could rebound. I'll take a... oh, wow. And there's Dalton Connect. Isn't that funny how the world works? He's also having a great season. But I'm going to take a look. DeAndre Ayton, he's actually under contract. But I saw Dyson Daniels, and I was just like, how is this even possible? I'm giving up $5 million. So I don't know how that is working out. Maybe we have a trade exception of some sort. But... as much as I would like to bring in Dyson Daniels, who is having a phenomenal defensive season in real life, it just doesn't make sense. They wouldn't do it. I saw Jalen Duren as well, who we could also bring in. But at the same time, I think bringing in a guy like Mark Williams makes sense. We could sign him in the offseason, and we have a true backup center to really get boards for us, as I really do think that's another issue along with our playmaking. So we're going to bring in Mark Williams. I'll fix the rotation again. I'm sorry to keep bringing you back here, But we'll go to the end of the season now, and let's see what we can do. Victor Wembanyama, MVP. And they got Trevon Brazil, who won Rookie of the Year. Kasparis Jakusionis wins 6th Man of the Year. Wemby DPOY. Bro, this is just Spurs domination. Outside of those last 3 awards, that was just Spurs domination. Do we get anybody on the All-NBA teams? No. Whoa. Okay, never mind. That's still crazy. Chet. I said Chet. That's funny. Chet and Shea win All-NBA 13 awards. Do we get any All-Defense? No. Wow, Pistons, man. Just crazy. And rookies, we do get Reggie Hayes. And did we sneak in? What happened? Oh my god. What the hell happened? I gotta turn off league meetings because this just tweaked so bad. It's top 16 instead of East and West. And the Nets won a championship because of it. Where they were the technical 8th seed. What just happened? I'll show you guys the stats. We didn't make the play-in. There wasn't even a play-in, but anyway. Take it this way you will. I'm kind of in disbelief right now. I got to fix the league because the league is just broken. So I'm going to do that. We'll go to draft lottery, I guess. But let me fix the league. Anyway, draft lottery. Do we have anything? No, we do not. I'm trying to take a look this time. Oh, we actually have pick 4. We got pick 4 from Boston, guys. We are locked. We'll check out the scouting. Roy Forte. Looks like a beast. Projected to be LeBron again. We have a second LeBron James. That's great. And we're projected to get... What is happening? What? Do we not have the pick? What? I'm so in like weird disbelief right now. We do have pick 4. Okay. So we're projected to get technically Martin Palmer, who's a center. I guess that's fine. I don't really know. We'll go to just straight to the draft. I'm not trading the pick. I'm not trading for anybody else. Like I said, I love this roster, and I want to win with this team. So let's see. Valmilton Andrade, 7-foot center, projected to be Yao Ming. Lock it in. And we have another pick here in the 2nd round. All right, we'll just sim to the end. I'm not going to play these games. Oh my gosh. I'm going to tweak. I'm going to start tweaking out. Okay, Roy Forte is LeBron. Great. And we drafted a 76 overall. Whatever. Great. Good job. I don't want these guys. They can go find a home elsewhere. Cooper Flagg and Dante Snow, welcome back. And this free agency is going to be a little quiet. Harvey Bridges, Chris Murray, and Alexander Sarr. Okay. Those 2 I want back. And we're going to bring them back by any means necessary. And Nembhard is just going to be luxury if we can bring him back. So let's bring in Alexander Sarr. We'll bring in Keyshawn George, who, I mean, we don't really need. But I think he'll develop well. Sarr wants to leave. I hope we can afford this. And we can. Great. Now, Nembhard, he's willing to take a little bit of a discount. Great. Can we get Mark Williams? I completely forgot we had to sign Mark Williams, who's unrestricted. Oh my god, I sold so bad. We don't have his rights. Okay, Mark Williams is gone. We just traded him for no reason. It is what it is. I literally gave up assets that I couldn't retain anyway, but we have 1 center on the roster. So Michael Porter Jr. is probably going to get traded for a center. Hello? Okay, I guess I can't check that out anymore. But I went straight past player progression. It is what it is. Gonna auto-generate these rookies. Championship or bust this season. It is 2028. Championship or bust. We're in this mindset now. We got 3 90s. Gonna be 4. Could be 5 by the end of the season. We're gonna trade Michael Porter Jr. for a center. I'll do that with you guys right now, live on stage. And I'm gonna use this pick because it's probably gonna be valuable. Show me it's valuable, please. 2 stars. Okay, I was hoping for something a little bit better. Do we bring in our mortal enemy, Isaiah Hartenstein? Probably not. Jakob Poeltl's an option. I would love to trade for Mark Williams again. I think this is going to have to be like a build it myself type of trade. So once we find a center that I like, let's go get it done. And this is more like it, guys. 37-19 here at the trade deadline, second in the East. And I did something really weird. I made Michael Porter Jr. a center only because I couldn't find one. But that could change right now. I know I said that I was probably going to show you guys me trading for a center, but here we are at the deadline, so maybe we will trade for a center after all. Charlotte is far and away the best team, at least in the East, and San Antonio only one game behind them, but I think we can catch up to them. I don't think we're that far off in terms of our ability to compete with them. So let's see how the stats are going, and maybe we keep Michael Porter as a 5. Who knows? But Cooper Flagg leading the way with 17 a game. Bilal Coulibaly right behind him. I'm bringing him off the bench this season because they wanted to start Reggie Hayes, who was LeBron. So who am I going to say don't start LeBron, right? Even though I'm not starting this LeBron, who's only averaging 7. But anyway, Sarr having a much better efficient year this year. Dante Snow as well. They're like playing the exact same. That's funny. But anyway, Tyrese, a little bit disappointing. Scoring-wise, but the assist numbers are there. I wish they were a little bit higher, but that's okay. I'm going to see if we're leading the league in assists or if we're close. But LeBron Phillip about 7, Michael Porter about 5, and 2.5 a game. Not really strong. I'm scared about his size, like his weight, guarding those 5s. So now that trade restrictions are lifted because I accidentally left them on, let's see. I would even trade our draft pick that we just got. Can we get a center? I don't want Isaiah Hartenstein, Daniel Gafford, no thank you. Nick Claxton could be a shout. Mitchell Robinson. I want someone who's in like the 85 and above club. Now, I won't troll you guys. I'm going to look for an actual center, and we're going to bring one home and make a push for that 1 seed and a championship. But let's start with that trade for a center. Ladies and gentlemen, does lightning strike twice or what? Who did we trade for? We traded for Mark Williams, and again, I think a really strong addition for us. Can play some great defense and get rebounds, and that's what we need. Oh, I didn't check this before, but I want to see if we lead the league or if we're close to leading the league in assists per game. How can I check that? Team stats? Oh, yeah, here we go. Let's see. Assists per game. We are... Wow. Okay. Nowhere near the top. Are we dead last? Dude. Are we at the top and I'm blind? Oh, we are. Like, oh my god. I need glasses, bro. Yeah, we are leading the league in assists. That's awesome. Rebounds, we're top 10. And what about points per game? I just want to see. Points per game. Just want to make sure. We're top 10. And points allowed, we should be at the bottom or close to the bottom. Our defense is really good. Yeah, so we are a top 5 defensive team and a top 10 offensive team. That is championship caliber. I'm going to set this lineup properly now that we have Mark Williams. And we brought in Moses Moody, but I just wanted assets, guys. I didn't want to get entirely fleeced. I already gave up 2-3 first-rounders. So let's set this lineup. Maybe see if we can extend him, but I doubt it. And then we'll go to the end of the season, and let's get a championship for DC. Victor Wembanyama, MVP again. Roy Forte, only averaged 7 points per game, but he's Rookie of the Year. Jace Richardson, 6th Man of the Year. Wemby DPOY. Drake Powell. We're getting a bunch of unknowns besides Wembanyama in the awards. So, do we have any Wizards? No, I haven't had an All-NBA player in a little while now. I'm not going to lie. And the rookies don't exist. We're the 4th seed, and I fixed the playoffs, thankfully. We didn't have a terrible second half of the year, but I wish we performed a little bit better. The lineup was changed, and I said, 2K, you got it. So we're finally in playoff basketball, and I am anticipating a championship. That is the goal and the expectation. We'll take it game by game. We're going against Luka. We do win game 1 by 7. Bilal Coulibaly off the bench, 25 points in 25 minutes. Double-double for Mr. Dante Snow, and everyone else kind of did their thing. And that's why I traded for Mark Williams. 11 rebounds in 19 minutes. And we held Luka to a pedestrian 20 points. I'm chilling. We go up 2-0. We win by 10. Alexander Sarr with a nice game. Tyrese Halliburton with 9 assists. Let's keep it pushing. Can we win 3 in a row? We can. We blow them out. And who is this? Rasheer Fleming had a double-double. Luka had a double-double. Very quiet series for Luka. Uh-oh. Okay, thank God. Okay, we get out of there. I didn't want to risk anything, but yeah, Luka. They have Bronny. They got Bronny. Luka, bad series. Finally, we get some luck on our side when it comes to Luka. But we're taking on the Charlotte Hornets, and this, honestly, in my opinion, could be our NBA Finals. Because if we get past this team, I'm fairly confident we can make it to the Finals. Game 1, we lose. We lose by 7. Not good. We do win Game 2, though. We win by 7. Brandon Miller shows out for the Hornets, but Cooper Flagg just one-ups him just that little bit. 28-9 for Cooper Flagg, and we're looking solid. Andrew Nembhard's in the starting lineup, which I don't know how I feel about that, but we're going to keep pushing. Mark Williams, man, averaging 7 boards this entire playoff so far. Beautiful. Game 3, we do win. We go up 2-1. Dante Snow is having a really nice playoff run. 22-7 for him. And Cooper Flagg not scoring the ball, but getting rebounds. And Mark Williams, 4-3, 20 minutes. I'll take it. Can we win Game 4 and go up 3-1? We do. And we win by 20. Halliburton with 17, and everybody getting their production in. 17 for Flagg, 17-10. Alexander Sarr, 15-12. We almost had 3 players, almost 4 players get a double-double. Incredible. Can we get out of here in 5? We do. And, oh my gosh, okay. We are taking on the Chicago Bulls here in the Eastern Conference Finals. They don't have a single guy in the 90 overall club, but a solid team nonetheless. Led by, I guess, Kadeem Malik. So, I know he's a solid player in real life. And Gigi Jackson and Kobe White. Mataz Buzelis performing well. Anyway, can we beat the Chicago Bulls? We do win Game 1. We win by 7. Cooper Flagg shows out for us. And like I said before, I am fairly confident that we had our NBA Finals, at least in the East. Taking on the 1-seeded San Antonio Spurs. This will be rough. We got to rely on Alexander Sarr to shut down Wemby. We lose Game 1. And we lose bad. Wemby has a great game. Bilal Coulibaly does as well. Game 2, we do win. We blow them out. Wemby still has a great game. He makes 10 out of 10 on the free throw line. Cooper Flagg with 21. Halliburton with a double-double. That is what I like to see. Everyone getting their get. And wow, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 guys in double digits, almost 9. Can we win Game 3? No. Wow. Just wow. We can't go down 3-1. We can't afford it. We're keeping it close. We're pulling away here. And we are not going to go down 3-1. We blow them out. We win by 19. Cooper Flagg with a double-double. Halliburton with a double-double. Mark Williams almost with a double-double. Solid showing from the guys. Game 5, you guys know how pivotal this is. Can we close them out? Down by 8 early. We cut it to 1. We take the lead. Up by 4. Up by 5 with a minute left. Oh my gosh, they take the lead. Oh no. I should have jumped in. I should have jumped in when we were up 7. I was thinking about it. Oh my gosh, we're down 3-2. I sold so bad. Can we push it to Game 7? Coming out the gate strong. And we are righting our wrong. We put up 140 points. 3 guys in 20, almost 4. Game 7 in San Antonio. Can we get the dub? It's close. It's tied up. They're pulling away. Just a little bit. They pulled away a lot of it. And we're done. And I think that final score was a lot closer. No, it wasn't. Guys, I think Washington's just cursed. I'm going to re-sign everybody and sprint to the next season. I'm not changing anything. I'm bringing my guys back. Let's go to the end of next season. I'm not leaving without a championship. VJ Edgecombe, MVP. Adama Ball, Rookie of the Year. He had a beast season. Wow. Igor Demine, Sixth Man of the Year. Wemby, Defensive Player of the Year. Calbert Harrison, Most Improved. Kadeem Malik, Philadelphia 76er, the Embiid replacement. Clutch Player of the Year. And Brian Keefe of the Washington Wizards goes 66-16. We don't win Executive of the Year. That's a shame. But we get Coach of the Year. And do we finally get anybody on an All-NBA team? No. Just pack it up. Okay. Any defense? No. Just pack it up. Okay. Sounds good. We were the first seed. We'll check out the stats. I think this is it, guys. I think we're going to finally do it. Cooper Flagg, Bilal Coulibaly really stepping up. Reggie Hayes, our LeBron, playing well. Tyrese Halliburton, 15 and almost 8 a night. We look good, guys. This is championship. We're playing the former first-seeded Charlotte Hornets. I'm not worried about it. We did lose a game, but I'm just not even going to acknowledge it. Let's just get out of there. We keep it pushing. Philly in round 2. Goodbye. Good day. Second round Merchants, I should know. Chicago, it was nice knowing you. Goodbye. 3-0, 4-0. We just wiped the field in the East. And we're taking on the reigning MVP. I wish it was San Antonio, but they didn't have as good of a season this year. Hey, DeJounte Murray went back home. But I'll show you guys this team. This is the final team. Didn't change a thing. Cooper Flagg could be the savior for DC. Alexander Sarr developing into a star. Reggie Hayes, he's not real, but he's getting it done. Tyrese Halliburton, maybe he comes to Washington one day, who knows. Bilal Coulibaly becoming a star in front of our eyes. Carlton Carrington as well. This is one of the best teams I've ever built organically. I traded for Halliburton, Mark Williams, and Reggie Hayes, technically. And technically Cooper Flagg. But all drafted talent besides a couple of guys. I'm really happy with this team. Game 1, we win. Game 2, Game 3. And we'll simcast it. Oh, wow. New Orleans giving us a fight. Maybe we have a reason to watch? We're up by 3. Let's get some gameplay in, ladies and gentlemen. And let's close out the New Orleans Pelicans. So here we are, up by 3. We do not have the ball, unfortunately, but I think we're in good shape. And Catchings with the ball and gives it over to Hawkins, Jordan Hawkins. Let's see what they can come up with. Over to VJ Edgecombe, the MVP, and he blows it. He blows a wide open 3, and Bilal Coulibaly gets the rebound. Up to Tyrese Halliburton, down low to Reggie Hayes, and he slams it home. That was a crazy dunk for a 6'5" guard, man. Holy smokes. VJ Edgecombe now with the ball, and guys, oh man, are they really doing this? Okay, they're gonna stretch out as long as possible. But I hope you guys are, enjoying the content. I'm so happy that I'm, engaging with you guys the best that I can. And comment down below, what do you guys want to see next? I take suggestions. This video was a suggestion from one of my commenters. Thank you. I appreciate you. And, I got a lot more in the tank, guys. I'm ready. I'm locked. But, I'm a college student, so, I know the videos are few and far between sometimes. I do apologize, but I'm going to work on that. But college, man, it kicks you in the ass. I'm not going to lie. But anyway, enough yapping. Let's get into it here. Again, now we are up by 5. And inbound to Edgecombe, I assume. Yup. And he takes a long 2, and he misses. Cooper Flagg. Let me know, guys. Is Cooper Flagg the real deal? I mean, I think he's the real deal. As he just sinks a 3 to put us up by 8. And I hope he's a Philadelphia 76er. I'm not going to lie. I hope we just tank out the rest of the season and get a good draft pick and stock up for the future. But anyway, like I said, comment down below, and he stepped out of bounds. Wow. Does this tarnish VJ Edgecombe's legacy by just getting 4-0 swept in the finals? Oh, I didn't mean to do that. But like I said, comment down below, who do you guys think is going to be the best draft prospect who's going to perform well in the NBA going forward for this season? Who's going to be the best player out of the draft? I think it will be Cooper Flagg, but that's also the safe option. Could be Ace Bailey, could be Dylan Harper. We don't know. Could be somebody else. But I'm going to bet my money on Cooper Flagg. And comment down below what team you want to see me rebuild next. Because this was a lot of fun. I really enjoyed this. Building a team from the ground and not always having to go out and trade for 5 players. And I really haven't rebuilt a team that was in the dirt like this that actually had ongoing capital. What type of shot was that? That's why it's field goal percentage was so bad for the last couple of seasons. But anyway, Cooper Flagg now. guarding Trey Murphy. They give it up to Mr. Haywood, and he just shake and bakes Halliburton, but he misses. They haven't scored a single point in this this sim so far. But we get it done. We finally bring a championship to DC, and I couldn't be more pleased with the guys that we did it with. Cooper Flagg fading 3. It's a crazy shot. Let's get out of here. You guys know how the celebration goes. And we get it done. We'll check out the box score. Reggie Hayes leads the way with 22. Bilal Coulibaly, 21. Cooper Flagg, 20. Sarr with a double-double. Halliburton with 14 assists. And Mark Williams with 11 points. That's my dog right there. I wish nothing but the best for him. But we get it done. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. And let me know what you guys want to see next. And you know what? Like, comment, subscribe for more. And I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace.